So, just a few moments ago, Carolina Panthers coach Dave Canales spoke with the media. And ironically, earlier today, I was like, hey, all these hurt guys are coming back. Everyone's coming off IR. Everybody's ready to play. Apparently an injury that I was not expecting to be serious popped up, and Dave Canales had a unfortunate update. Dave Canales told reporters that outside linebacker Patrick Jones II, one of their offseason free agency acquisitions, he had played with the Vikings. He will miss the rest of the season because of a back injury that will require surgery. That is, first of all, a position that the Canes, it's not the Canes, goodness gracious. The Panthers, quite frankly, need all help they can get, right? Getting pressure on the quarterback and creating some chaos is something that they've struggled with. So Patrick Jones has done that at times. So missing him there is a fairly big deal. He's a veteran presence. He's a leader on that defense, and now he's out for the season.
Yeah, Dave Canales said that he did finish the game, which is true. He did finish the game on Sunday against Dallas, but woke up, low back was sore, went and had the imaging and all that stuff done. Yeah, needs surgery on his low back. It's a big-time loss, but this is to use Dave Canales' terms here, it's an opportunity. Hey, Nick Scorton, you're going to get more playing time. Princely Umamielen, there's more playing time for you out there. And also, with guys returning, like potentially Tershawn Wharton, where we have seen in pass rush situations, Pat Jones slide inside where Turk Wharton normally would line up. Well, if Turk Wharton's able to return, it can help alleviate some of that as well. So, but still, it's a pretty big loss because he was one of their higher end, I guess you could say, lack of a better term, offseason signings for a defense.
For sure.
That you said it's right now it's dead last in the NFL in sack percentage. It's one of the worst in the NFL right now, also in terms of pressure rates on quarterback and so on. There's a lot that's going to be missed with Pat Jones. Actually, they are dead last in the NFL in both pressure rate and sack percentage. And you're taking someone who has one of your 5 sacks this season off the field. That's not a good thing.
And few things I would add. This plays into what we were talking about earlier in the hour, which is if you think you've got a chance, it's probably pretty tempting to say, all right, does anybody out there who's out of contention have a veteran edge that we can depend on, that we can go make a move for? And that's a dangerous, slippery slope to go down where you might give up future assets and just to get back to where you were rather than even improving your roster. Secondly, I do think that veteran presence will be missed. And back surgery, I was actually I was just listening to a pod with Brian Urlacher. And he was talking about in the NFL, the serious season-ending injuries feel a lot different than when they happen in college. And part of the conversation they were having was like a season-ending injury in college, you're still around your buddies a lot, right? You're still living probably with a few of them. You're going to class with a bunch of them. You're still in the mix. If you have a back surgery in the NFL, other players have said this. I've never played in the NFL, but I've heard this said multiple times. It's almost like you're not on the team anymore because it's not like you're going out to practice, right? You got back surgery. You're probably laid up for a while, and they don't have time to like keep you in the mix. They got to get the other guys ready.
Yeah, you're just at home.
A lot of times you're at home. You're coming into training hours at like times when not many others are in the facility, because when the others are in the facility, the trainers have to be working on those guys to get them ready for Sunday. And if you're rehabbing, you're doing it on a different time. So Pat Jones is not only going to be missed in a production standpoint, but he is from everything we've heard from the coaching staff, like a true pro, does things the right way, and probably was imparting some wisdom, whether intentionally or by example, for the Nick Scortons and the Princely Umamielens and some of the young guys up front. So that's going to have to be, just the chemistry of the defensive line, the chemistry of the defensive front seven is going to have to be changed up a little bit because he's not going to be around much anymore. Back surgery is a brutal deal for an NFL player, really any athlete. But to go to sleep Sunday like I'm a little sore and wake up like, oh, my season's over, I need back surgery, that is a brutal beat for Pat Jones. He was on a 2-year contract though, right? So hopefully he gets back and he's ready to roll for next season. I don't know, what the nature of the injury other than back injury surgery. I don't know what the nature of the injury is, so we'll see if he's able to come out on the other side.
Yeah, Canales didn't actually explain or go into detail about, is it a herniated disc or anything along those lines. He didn't say anything along that.
As, I wouldn't expect him to.